Ma'ams. I had a mammogram, man. So yeah, I haven't had a mammogram in a long time. I never really liked having them because, well, it hurts. But being a man and being on testosterone, being transgendered, I have not had a mammogram until last week. And yes, I felt very weird. I felt very odd. I've never met the technicians before. I live in a different town now, a different state than where I had my mammograms before. I'm laughing because I'm just thinking mammograms are funny. And yeah, they knew I was transgendered, but everything was legalized in my name as a male. My name, my insurance now has been legalized as male. They didn't question me. They didn't say, why are you a man getting a mammogram? Nothing like that. So, yeah, that part went smoothly until I got the letter back recently, which everything was fine. I mean, I don't have any cancer, no cancerous lumps. I'm in the clear for cancer. I don't have breast cancer. But I didn't realize until I read it a second time how they addressed me as Dear Miss King, we are pleased to inform you. Now, did I put up a fuss? Did I call? Did I get angry? I felt a little disturbed about Dear Miss King. And then I thought, because they saw me, they spoke to me, and they still wrote me and misgendered me. But then I thought about it, what the hell? I did get a mammogram. And maybe whoever wrote me the letter, maybe they didn't know. They just assumed I'd be female because I was there getting a mammogram. So like, even though they addressed me as Hunter King on the front of the envelope, but now girls are changing their name to Hunter or getting their name, or they're not just getting the name changed. Excuse me. Their parents are naming their girls Hunter. So whatever. I don't like. I don't like it. I personally would not name a female child Hunter, but that's me. So yeah, that's the first time in a long time I was misgendered. Now if I go get uh something else done, like I have to go see a gynecologist, it's possible I could be misgendered again. And who wants to go see a gynecologist anyway? I mean, I never liked doing that as a female because I never trusted personally, I never trusted gynecologists unless they were female gynecologists. And I did have a bad experience with a male gynecologist before, and I reported him. And then after reporting him, I had to go in and sit sit in on a meeting they had about this guy because he was a little pervy. And I told the nurse what he did to me, and then she said, "Oh, I didn't think he'd do something like that." But she believed me because she had a friend that where the gynecologist did something to her she didn't like. So I don't know. I don't even know what happened to him. I know his horse kicked him in the face and broke his face, and I didn't care. I just thought, well, maybe that's his karma. I didn't really care. But I try to get female doctors. I really do, because just because somebody's a doctor, doesn't mean that they're not attracted to the female body. I'm not saying your doctors are. I'm just saying I've had experiences, a few, not a lot, but a few more than probably I should have. I remember I went to the hospital for a urinary tract infection, and I had to get a shot in the ass. And I remember the guy that gave me a shot said, "Hey, nice, inappropriate, totally inappropriate." And then I went to get a mammogram, not this last time, but when I was a man. When I was a man. Um, and there was a woman there who did my X-rays, and she said, "You have nice breasts." And I never forgot it because I thought that was totally inappropriate. But you know what? It didn't bother me. It bothered me a little bit, but it didn't bother me as much as if, let's say, a man said that, me getting a mammogram. But yeah, I remember asking her, why, what makes mine so special? And she said, "I don't know, it's just the way they're shaped and the tissues inside." It was weird. It was weird. So anyway, I didn't like going in to get a mammogram, and at least they didn't say anything like those are nice or like that. Um, but they did misgender me in the letter. So yeah, don't get on here and say, well, you're a female, because I'm not. And yeah, some of my body parts are um, still, and it's embarrassing to me. But you gotta do what you gotta do, and so if you have to go get a mammogram, just kind of buck up. Gotta be brave about it, or if you have to see a gynecologist. Because as females, we're supposed to get that checkup. I forgot, after 40 and up, every once a year at least. I think some people go once every 6 months, and I haven't done that in years. And that's my friend's cat. He tends to like to talk when he's not supposed to, like some people I know. But yeah, he tries to talk. I think when he wants water, he tries to say water, but I don't know what he's saying. It sounds like water, but there's water there for him. I think. I don't know. So I kind of sitting here in the dark, like this side's dark and this side's light. What else I want to talk about? I was gonna say my cat stepped on my beard and that pissed me off. Well, he was on my shoulder. And he was being all anxious, like should he be on my shoulder? Should he be on my stomach? Should he be on my chest? He couldn't figure it out. So he decided to get down off my shoulder when I was looking at my phone, like looking down like this. And what he did is he stepped on my beard right here, yanked it down, and he put all his weight on it. It pissed me off because I'm thinking I don't want my beard, right here. It's curly, it's long when I straighten it, but I mean he yanks it, and it hurt. And I'm thinking that's all I need is for my beard to start falling out because my cat, decided to step on it. But I kept checking and it was okay. It's okay. So if you yank on your beard, because remember my beard's new to me. Um, so like, it's gonna take a lot of strength to pull my beard out. It made me think about Jesus for some reason. I remember reading when they plucked his beard. So I mean that they did it to torment him, and that would have hurt like hell. Plucking the guy's beard out, it would hurt. Getting your beard plucked out, because it hurt just when the cat stepped on it. So it made me think of some of the torture he went through. for us. So I went from getting a mammogram to talk about getting a beard plucked out. How that would hurt like as a method of torture. Yeah. What else was I going to talk about? I'm not here to bore you. Some of you guys get on here and complain about on social media, and you complain about the smallest things. I'm just here to say it's not all that bad. Like try to think. Some of it's bad, but try to think of the bright side of things, right? So like here's an example. There's a guy on social media. I don't even know his name. If I did, I wouldn't say it. He got to have phalloplasty. Phalloplasty. Now I can see some of you guys complaining about you got a fistula or you got an infection, you know, or that hurt like hell. I can understand talking about that. Something didn't heal right. Your stitches fell out. Something bad. This guy, he looks totally male. I mean, I wouldn't be able to tell he was a trans man or trans male. If I met him, I wouldn't know that. So he should be grateful for that. His changes went really smoothly, but his surgery went smoothly. I mean, he has no complications, none. He had no fistula. He had no infections, and he's at a perfect size that he wants to be. He had his donor site with his arm. So here's his whole video for about 30 minutes complaining about how he's having trouble buttoning his shirt. I'm like, I can't believe it. Complaining about he has to have his girlfriend help him out. But then again, I had to think of the other side. Well, he's probably never had surgery before. He's never been disabled. But he's a little disabled. But it's only temporary because we all know that that's going to go away. He doesn't have nerve damage in his arm. And it's just that his penis is a little too heavy for him right now. So when he stands, he can't stand for very long. And he's just overwhelmed with that. Excuse me. I thought, I can't believe he's complaining about that. Doing a whole video about how he can't do the things he used to do. Well, he just had surgery. Of course he can't. I had surgery and a gallbladder removed. My gallbladder removed. I couldn't hardly sit up for about 3 to 4 days. So I'm just thinking, man, be grateful that you got to have your surgery. You got a dick now. I mean, you got a big dick now, according to what you're saying. So I thought, should I say something to him since everybody else is praising him and giving him a big pat on the back, saying on his back, saying, you know, they feel sorry for him because he can't button his shirt. That's not me. I'm gonna tell him he shouldn't complain. So I did. I just told him, you know, I think I said stop complaining about little things. You got to have surgery. You know how many people wish they could have that surgery or have had it and it didn't go smoothly at all, and they might be in pain the rest of their life. And his next videos, he was all cheerful. So I thought, well, maybe it's because of what I said. But he's been happy ever since. You know, I just, you know, I can see your top surgery going wrong, and maybe everything's, well, something went wrong, and you have to get a revision, and so you're on here complaining. I can understand that, but to complain that you're disabled now, I mean, it's only just going to be disabled for a few days. He just had surgery. He could be disabled for a few months, but hey, he got what he wanted. So yeah, what else was I going to talk? Yeah. If you're a trans guy and you've had surgery, and try not to complain unless it's something huge. Like one nipple's way too higher than the other, but your chest is still big. It's not even flat. 'Cause I know there's a lot of guys on here that had lower surgery and it didn't go well for them, and they're sick over it, literally. Then yeah, I can see that kind of scares me watching those ones too, because like, do I want that surgery? Because there's just too many guys getting infections, peeing out of bags now. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that's worth it for me, but I'm brave enough and stupid enough to do it. Uh, I'm dysphoric enough to do that, yes. To try it, and once you try it, you can't take it back. So yeah. So do I have any changes? Yeah, same old changes for me. It's so boring for me still. Same changes, but still excited if I get um, some more bottom growth. 'Cause I didn't think I was gonna get any more bottom growth, you know. Um, but I do have some more. It's a little bit, but it's something. It's a little thicker than it was. Um, what else do I have? I think my voice. No, it could be the same. I guess I think it lowered. Well, I just took a shot yesterday, so usually when I do that, my voice starts to get real raspy. Sounds like I have a cold. I woke up coughing, like having literally a coughing fit, where I had to grab water and just, it's just has to smooth out. That's what's happening. Not even singing or even attempting to sing. It's not working out. It's just uh, hard to hit those high notes or anything a little higher than usual. I can hit the note, but it's so low. It's just so low. Everything's just so low. My voice really dropped pretty low, and I think it's still dropping. And for those of you that think, well, everything's done in a year, you're done in a year. I've said this a lot before. You're not. You can still get changes. I don't care. There's a guy on social media, and he's still getting changes after 11 and a half years. Um, which that sounds promising. Because they say, well, you're done after 5 years. I don't think so. You're definitely not done after a year. So you can still be getting body hair, voice drop, um, just all kinds of changes. Hair loss, yeah. Uh, yeah, and so they say your skin gets rougher on testosterone, like a man's skin, but mine's not. I don't feel any of that. It's pretty smooth. Like I'm feeling it now. I don't know. It's like a baby soft. With baby skin. That's like a baby's butt. Uh, that could still come over time. Especially like this guy saying, reading about this one guy. It took him 6 years to really start getting changes he was thinking even they were going to get until after 6 years, and everything just started hitting him after 6 years. And he was on a high dose of tea as well, so don't give up. Don't give up. You can still get more beard hair or something. I mean, well, the only thing I saw was one guy, his voice didn't drop. It didn't seem, I don't know if it dropped at all. Um, and he got a full beard, he got all the other changes, but his voice didn't drop. And well, see, I found him, he was on Oprah, back when Oprah, her show was like, I was going to say a freak show, because even if being trans isn't freak thing. I think people thought it was back in the 80s. So she had him on there, and he looked male, like a pretty male, because he was young and young guy, uh, and he looked like a cute, good-looking guy. I don't think people would have mistook him for a female, but his voice, once he opened his mouth, sounded just like a female. And I thought, I'm I'm gonna find that guy and see if his voice dropped, because this was back like 1980. And now I want to see where he was now, and see, what he sounded like, what he looked like. I found him. I did a lot of research. Did my own little research thing, my own little detective work, and I found him. He looked pretty good still. Uh, pretty man. He looked pretty manly, and he's a trans activist for the trans youth, which is a great thing. I couldn't find a video of him on YouTube. He's not on YouTube, but I kept digging. I found him. I found a video. He was talking to somebody on a radio show, but you could see him and hear him, and his voice has not dropped. I mean, if it has, like, I cannot tell. So that's the only thing. And I thought that was odd. I thought, I wonder why he didn't get a voice drop. So it can happen. I'm not saying I'm trying to scare you. I'm not going to say it's going to happen to you. I'm saying it happened to him, and that's what I saw. That's what I thought. He didn't mention it when he was on the radio, like, hey, my voice hasn't dropped. And he's probably just so used to it. He's already like, what is it? I don't remember if he's 55, 58, something like that. And he's been on testosterone since 1980, so that's been a long time. That'd be something if all of a sudden his voice started to drop after all that time. So, yeah, just hang in there. Changes are coming. And so, yeah, I had somebody say, well, I was still a female because I had a baby. I don't talk about her because I don't see her anymore. So, but I did have a baby. That doesn't make me female. It just means my body. So just remember, your body is female, your brain is male. Body, female, brain's male. And your body is becoming male if you're on testosterone. It is changing. How much of it is changing? I don't know. Like how much of my body has changed? I don't know. I can only know what I see. Uh, I don't know if there's any real test for that. But I do know I had a mammogram. So that hadn't changed. Except for the real hairy, which I'm thinking, oh god, this is embarrassing because they're real hairy. But I left the hair. I don't even want to shave it to tape them back. Because I don't tape them back, so I don't shave them. But I guess I would shave them if I were to try taping them back. I haven't tried that. I'm gonna go. Um, you know what to do. Leave your comments below if you have any comments or questions and you want to ask me anything. So I'll see you next time. Hopefully I'll have something else to remark about. Talk to you later. Hunter out. Peace as always.